Thank you for attending this fifth Clean Tuesday in Hong Kong. Welcome to all. As every time we have some old Clean Tuesday fans and members visiting, and some new members. I'd like to know how many new members are here tonight. Who is attending the Clean Tuesday for the first night? Excellent. Welcome to the Clean Tuesday community in Hong Kong. We are very happy to have you. Today we're going to have a very special event. It's the fifth Clean Tuesday in Hong Kong, and we are having also the event broadcasted with Paris Clean Tuesday. So there will be a fair and an event organized in Paris by the Paris Chamber of Commerce, only focused on Asian clean technologies. And so we co-organized this event with the Clean Tuesday Paris, with the founder, David Danbourg. And so the event in Paris will start with a Clean Tuesday Hong Kong, and then they're going to have a full day of business fair. And then they will finish the Paris event by the Clean Tuesday in Paris. So I'd like to say hi to everyone in Paris. There are about 100 people watching the broadcast in Paris tonight. So thank you all for attending. Keep in mind the Clean Tuesday community and the Clean Tuesday platform is an excellent link and available link to you to make green business between Asia and Europe, especially France. So you're very welcome to inquire us about opportunities you would like to do in Europe if you have some Asian technologies. And the European side is very welcome as well to inquire the Clean Tuesday community members to see some opportunities and develop some opportunities here in Hong Kong and China. So welcome again to all the French listeners. We are also a special welcome to Joran Cliff. Joran is just here. He's joining the community. Thank you, Joran. Joining the community and the committee of the Clean Tuesday. He will be a special advisor for us, helping us to grow the community and get some more speakers and as well as more events being organized. So welcome to you, Joran. Joran is running a business here in Hong Kong in green business services and consultancy. He will be very happy to introduce to you. He's a very well experienced and seasoned entrepreneur, as we can say. Okay, I just take the opportunity also to list with you and review with you some of the achievements we had with the Clean Tuesday here in Hong Kong. You know, Clean Tuesday makes many different people and actors from the green tech here in Hong Kong to meet. And I'd just like to review a little bit what did happen and why the members keep coming up and communicating on the website. A few weeks ago, some European companies meet some VCs, venture capitalists here in Hong Kong, to help them finance their Asian projects. That was one match we did through the Clean Tuesday events. There was also some European companies asking some Clean Tuesday members to deliver some market research for them. So this is some of the few examples of benefits people got from the Clean Tuesday community and attending the event. So if you have some good stories and good things to share, please let us know as well. We'll be happy to relay them to our speakers and to our members. Tonight we're going to move on to the subject of tonight. The subject of tonight is smart grids, intelligent electricity networks. We have 4 speakers tonight. Thank you for all of them for coming and attending, preparing the presentation as well for us today. We're going to start with Patrick Schuler from Alstom, China. He's going to talk to us about the smart grid strategy and opportunities in China. Patrick is today in business trip in Vietnam, so he's from a business center, and we're gonna try our first video conference guest tonight. Thank you for your patience on this side. Dr. Tsong, as well from the CTU, is with us today. Is the head of the CTU Department of Electric Engineering, and they have many different projects in the smart grid. He's going to introduce to us some of them tonight. Thank you for coming. Nicolas Schmidt from Greenware Technologies is a green entrepreneur. He's also one of the first member of the community. Thank you for coming. He's going to introduce to us his technology of machine-to-machine communication and the way it can help saving energy in the installation. is going to also focus on some projects he already delivered in this area. And finally, Professor Lee from the Hong Kong University, thank you for coming tonight as well. Professor Lee is in charge of the Smart Grid R&D department in the Hong Kong University, and is going to also share with us some of the projects they are working on. So I'm very excited about this panel of speakers, and let's start with our Vietnam guest tonight. Patrick, you're going to start very soon.
Hear me well enough? Okay, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this Tuesday event and for attending this presentation about Alstom Grid in China. My name is Patrick Schuler. I'm the head of strategy in China for Alstom Grid. I'm responsible for strategic planning, financial strategy, and external growth, meaning M&A, joint venture, and partnership. And so the topic I will discuss today is the solutions for the Chinese smart grid. And I will say that for the moment, it's not smart yet, but it will be. So let's look first at China. As you know, China is changing fast. So how to ensure reliable, ecological, and affordable energy supply? That's the big question. Knowing that the energy consumption is rising, you have a growing electricity demand from the society, and a growing demand for clean energy. Let's move to the first slide. So slide number 2. And my first statement is actually that the grid is actually less stable now, mainly because of a few drivers. As we know, China has just surpassed Japan as being the second biggest economy in the world. The GDP is still growing at 7.5–8% a year. The power consumption has doubled, or will double, by 2020. And the government is really pushing forward green energy. So what is this policy all about? It's really a 5.3 trillion investment in power generation and T&D. So this 12 5-year plan. And we focus on a few sectors. And as you can see below, I mentioned the sectors that China is strong in. The already wind is already its biggest market in the world. Solar and biomass is an emerging market. As you know, photovoltaic PV, the Chinese are very strong in this area, are the world leader in this area. Nuclear, I don't have a message. Sorry, okay. Nuclear is really a key sector where actually China wants to promote the several lines. And another area is hydro. Hydro, they also already have 1,000 megawatt turbines. But still, coal will still be the dominant factor, even so they are moving towards clean coal. So if you look on your right, you can see that the installed capacity from now to 2020 will grow at roughly 100 gigawatt a year. And you can see that the new energy or the non-fossil piece will actually be one growing mostly. As you can see, the fossil share will decrease up to 67% in 2015. The goal is actually to reach 15% of renewable by 2020. And here below, I mentioned a couple of estimations of each sector. You can see wind will achieve maybe 80 to 100 gigawatt, solar 20 gigawatt, hydro 140, and nuclear, well, that's a big question now since the accident in Japan. So really, the emerging energy can be called in two different areas. One is really the clean and smart utilization of fossil fuel, like clean coal. And the second biggest area is really smart grid. So why is smart grid so essential for the energy challenge? Well, it allows you to optimize the energy mix. It gives you increased efficiency on the entire energy chain. And also, it should be a systematic and optimized way to control the grid. And that brings me to the next slide, slide number 3, of why actually today in China, smart grid or the grid is really the bottleneck for this booming power generation increase. So to remediate to this bottleneck, the government has planned a three-phase plan, I would say, which will cost roughly 4 trillion RMB, so roughly 400 billion euros over 10 years. And the 3 phases will compose of the first stage, which has already been finalized now. It's a trial stage where they plan, they standardized, and they research the key technology for the smart grid. And now we're really entering the wholesale construction of the grid. So talking about connecting electric vehicle to the grid, urban and rural distribution of the grid, look at breakthrough in applications of key technologies and equipment, and preliminary implementation of grid operations and control. And the last stage, 2016 to 2020, will be really the improvement, enhancement of the grid. And really what they want to achieve, what the China government wants to achieve, is really to have a unified and strong and smart grid by 2020. And it makes sense because when you look on the right, you can see that today you have all this generation and consumption centers spread out throughout China. So you have, for example, coal mine in black in the north. You also have wind in the north, and then you have on the west you have hydro, and all the big consumption centers are all on the east. So how can you bring all this good energy to the consumption centers, knowing that even today already 30% of the wind farms are not connected to the grid? So the answer developed by the China government will be to focus on developing the ultra high voltage transmission network. Next slide, so slide number 4. Yes, China aims to be the leader at ultra high voltage. So it stands, as I mentioned, U for ultra and HV for high voltage, is any transmission line above 800 kV, either AC and DC. So really considering the different resources and where they're located, the solution for long distance power transmission is really UHV. And I've always, for example, to have a huge cargo of carbon, of diamonds, charged with coal, traveling from the north to the south and be burned on location. Really, UHV will be a solution to make it easy to access these remotely located resources, and it's really a strategy for China to be one of the leaders in this field. We bring business for the local, but also for the international power equipment manufacturers and associated suppliers. So today, you maybe have only 2 UHV solutions or trial. One is 100,000 kV AC and one is 800 kV DC. But if you look at the chart on the right for 2012 and 2020, you can see that the plans are huge to interconnect all these resources. However, creating the solution will be costly, and you will have long-term investments to create this comprehensive grid. And Alstom, slide number 5, the next slide, is really keen on answering this request of China UHV, and we have created, or we opened recently, our Alstom Grid R&D Center in Shanghai, so just a few days ago actually, in March. We've invested around 47 million. It spans around 54,000 square meter, and already has around 20 engineers. And the goal of this R&D center will be to support the product development of the activities, but also to support specific day-to-day problems, but more importantly, to do advanced research and development for the testing of UHV AC and UHV DC, of transmission equipment, and energy management solution. So as I mentioned in the slides, we have UHV testing equipment, R&D platforms, scientific simulation tools, climate chamber, and so forth. And another item would be, of course, to cooperate closely with universities, with academic and industrial partners. And we are proud to have been partner of top universities like Tsinghua and Shanghai Jiao Tong. But another item which I didn't mention here is this R&D center will also contribute to protect our IP in China. Why? Hold on a second. Oh, accelerate, okay. So, because IP, look at IP. Next slide. Really, the grid will offer a range of products on two ends. One is a smart equipment side, and one is a smart grid management side. So we provide HVDC, FACTS, and next generation substations. 5 minutes left. Okay, fair enough. So again, on the one block, we have the key elements to be a well-positioned technology leader with HVDC connections, do FACTS, and to substation. But also software really strong. We're number one worldwide in the network management solution and market management solution. We are number 3 worldwide in automation and in connecting renewable to the grid and of grid stability. As you can see from these 2 main blocks that we actually are ready to answer the other area, which is UHVDC grids, the connection to the electrical vehicle, to provide new solutions for wide area protection systems, demand response management, online asset management, and so forth. So we have the building blocks to be really strong in the whole solution area of the grid. So let me go first, next slide, to 3 examples we have done in China. The first example we're very proud of, which we won the first 660 kV HVDC project for a line between Ningdong and Shandong. So why is HVDC more important than HVAC? If you look at the slide, actually, I'm just showing that actually the size of 5 HVAC substations is equivalent to 2 HVDC substations. So this is why we're keen on developing HVDC. And on the right, we're showing actually a picture of this technology on valve. And it's really a clear example of how working with a customer responding to the market and create this new valve technology only specifically for the Chinese market. The next slide, slide number 8, another example of what we've done in China. It's for FACTS. It's a 500 kV FSC for a North China grid. So what is FACTS all about? It's really a way to solve the problem of having frequent voltage fluctuation due to renewables. And this example of FSC, which is called fixed series compensation, is the most common and cost-effective way to increase power transmission capacity. So really if you want to expand the transmission by a few kilometers, this is the solution you use. And here's a picture on the right, and here a few description of this FSC product. Next slide, another example is on our network management solution for the North Grid as well, called eTerra Vision, and really actually a software that allows you to, sorry, 1 minute, no problem. So really a solution to monitor in real time the whole network, and also be able to switch between conventional energy and renewable energy, and this is a picture of it. And the last slide here is just to show you that Alstom is a global player in the whole energy area. So not only we focus on power, we also focus on grid and transport. And really the key message here is we want to drive to become an end-to-end solution provider from front end to back end. So to finalize this presentation, slide number 11, Alstom allows you to integrate renewable, allows you to balance the mix of renewable sources. It allows you, we're providing